Visa and they're here in HDM. Mahara.
You are telling them what to do.
And in fact, they should pay us.
Telling them what to do.
How to answer.
But anyways, we do have the general in the house.
What's the reason for tea?
Balizire kaja. Sakabe banama.
Oh my goodness.
Hey.
Oh my goodness.
You are just not in order for it. Gabalanda chimbu bali shokola ka ego kadia.
Wait.
Looks like you guys are out to get me.
We have the general in the house.
Yes.
One thing.
Yes, sir.
Panezo tomola mazina palezo chetekera kuti General Ozzy apwerepo mdala Bible bwanji manje ukangu chitabu nokuno. But welcome to the show.
Au mwanzi.
Takulandira.
Ziko mukwambiri.
Kaya kunyumba ntwali bwanji.
Kunyumba kuliruweme.
In the song.
Yeah.
Munaimba pali having a new daughter. I want to know, because in a dream young, like my dream, my daughter, I don't, you know, and all of that, but I have a name.
Yeah.
I know what school she's going to go to and all those other things.
Wow.
But I want to know from a father,
Yeah.
the first time holding something that truly belongs to you, feeling it and
Well, I mean, to put it in words is difficult. Certain emotions and certain feelings, you have to experience it for you to really, you know, be in that moment. Yeah, it's difficult. Certainly, it's like somebody asks you, no disrespect, man, how ice cream tastes. They'll probably just have to try it out.
Yeah.
You know?
Because,
yeah. So yeah, so it's that type of feeling. It's a great feeling. But to put it in words, it's a beautiful feeling. It's wonderful. It's lovely.
In your song, I can remember Killian as your dad's name.
Exactly.
Killian gets it out of that.
Yeah.
My mind is it?
Esnea.
Yeah. Yes, it's in the song.
Yeah. That's a typical Eastern name.
I know, right? Killian, Esnea. Angela Nyerinda has a song where she...
Yeah.
But let me start, can we start from here? General Ozzy is born in Ndola.
Yeah.
At what age does he leave Ndola?
Well...
It's a laugh for me.
Well, my parents told me we left Ndola when I was still pretty young. I must have been like a year plus. Yeah, 2 maybe. And then we moved to Lusaka. Yeah. My dad was in the foreign service, so family used to move a lot. You know, and my mom is a high school teacher. Yeah, so those movements. Yeah. Family moves this way, Livingston, Solwezi and stuff. But we ended up in Chipata, and damn, yeah, great experience there.
Let's talk about I want to know, you know, first time things, which is maybe in school, grade 8, grade 9. Is the music dream born? Are you even thinking you would someday call yourself a Ozzy at the time?
Yeah, definitely. I think for me, music was ever there. It was ever present in the home because mom was always in the church choir. You know, it was my design.
It was very fun.
You know what I mean? So she used to sing in the choir, and it was where at home we would have my gathering and we're singing church hymns. It was always there. So music was always around. My dad used to play guitars and stuff. So it was ever around. There was always music. So even when I started leaning towards loving too much music and copycatting other artists. It's like it was something building towards something. Yeah, that passion.
Nice. So I'm sure most of the Shivanava and the Ufakumo that Imuna na Roberto, my brothers.
Yeah.
So after more moving up Chipata and Fefina movement and so on and so forth, share. Did you think at some point that maybe one of a group or how was it once kute mokuimba mungand? How was the madness mungand?
Madness, huh? Well, not really. There was nothing like thinking. I thought Zagapanga. In fact, some of these things were happening in a way where we did not even plan. There's a point when I was in Kabwe, and then my younger brother Roberto actually moved to South Africa with my sister. He started living there in grade 10. So there's a time I went to visit there, and he had a computer in his bedroom. So for some reason he had a program called Cakewalk. It was a music making program. So we started making beats from there.
When was that?
Hey, I was like way back.
Roberto grade 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, grade 10, grade 11. So we started just playing around with just ideas, just right there. And the only person that could listen to what I was doing was him, because I was quite a shy guy to come out. But when I did, it was like in my last grade in high school, you know, like at school, variety show. Me and a couple of friends, you know, trying to get some attention from the girls and all that, you know. Yeah.
You did mention that Poyamba, you were mimicking artists.
Yeah.
Who were you mimicking, and at what point? Because by the time you're going to meet Roberto and doing that, you probably started from somewhere. When was this born? Yeah, music and the mimicking and doing everything.
Just like I said, growing up, my Christmas party video. So parents, I don't know, back in the day, they used to make us do that.
Yeah.
You know, like they'll put music, and then these guests that have come through, and then they make you dance, movie now. Others, you know, you're busy with chisakulo and just singing, or, you know what I mean? And it started from there. We used to do that a lot, and it didn't look like it was anything back then, but it was like preparing us for the stage, you know. And here it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after Mwamba Okuimba, I mean, like Mwanandesh Roberto did your stuff. So at what point Mwai decided since after Roberto and therefore want to give Fueko, like maybe family or other people, at what point Mwai started taking a step with yourself?
I think the first time I ever played anything for someone other than yeah, I had a friend. We actually created like a group back in school. Me and my friend Chaco, and we used to sing together. We used to create music together. So apart from him, that's the only other person that who used to listen to stuff that we would make. So like the very first record I made, where people heard something, there's a record that we just recorded. It was a demo with our friends Dosky, okay, in Kawe, and that's the first time we started like, take a listen to this. You know, it was actually on a cassette.
Yeah.
So news that mukutana nako ka cassette. You know, and it was fun. You know, just having your friends listen to it and just give you their opinion. You know, and obviously they'll be like, yeah, this is good, this is good, and yeah, confidence started growing from that.
What was the decision?
Yeah.
I think me and Effie always talk about this. There's always a time in every person's life when you have to make up your mind. It's either to get married or to do whatever. Whatever it is that is a lifelong decision, or to fall in love, which Effie is still having struggles in. And but
it's a bad.
Amen. But when was the decision? What was the defining thing? Just about it. And I think in the music job. What was it? When was it?
Well, there's a time I was doing marketing. Okay, it was a diploma actually in marketing. I've got a diploma in marketing.
Oh.
And I got to a point where I felt like things were just not happening. You know, I wanted to do something and it wasn't. It's like my heart was bringing me back to doing music. So that's when I decided to move to Lusaka and started pursuing my career. I still had recorded my first record, which was Backstab at the time, in 2003, you know, and that's what I used to audition and to go around. You know, I decided to run with what I had.
Wait, when is the audition? Like what?
Kuma Studios. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, back then.
Used to back then.
There were more of labels that would manage an artist. Okay, so for them to manage you, there's obviously lots and lots of talent out there, and they would want to audition to see who they're going to get on their roster. So there was different back then. There was Mondo Music. You know, I think there was Nexus as well, which has come back now.
Yeah.
You know, there was Movie, you know, where you had St. Michael's and Chamanyazis and them, you know. TK was just like a studio. You could go and record a song and you get it. That's it. He was not managing artists. There was also David Sling, which you guys know as Sling Beats today. So there was all those. So you wanted to be a part of which team are you going to be a part of? So you audition. You're asking that, you know, just like that, and that's what happened in my case.
So after mwashita audition kuma labels yalikana kwa lipo label ya meet the spot and want to manage you pali on side.
Yeah.
Which one was it?
Sling Beats.
Yeah. How was the journey?
Amazing. It was a good journey. You know what I mean? It was good while it lasted. Yeah.
But allow me to. He's jumping.
What?
The thing that made you say you are gonna come to Lusaka, was music.
Definitely.
But there's always people that are responsible for it. For them, what were they saying at the time? Because I mean, when I started radio, I had my own people who love me, not because they don't like me, but because they love me. Then they're like, what was your story?
My story is, I was living with my mom, and I just felt like I needed to do something. You know what I mean? I was done with my school. As you know, the usual thought, to college instantly have to be, and it was even you know, so I figured, okay, let me try out what I would love to do. And that's how I got into it. Though my mom wasn't okay with it at the time. You know, my dad was actually quite not there most of my life.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? They had actually separated way back in the last divorce. So we're raised by our mother. Yeah. So it was she was the decision maker. You know what I mean? And she made sure everybody got their education. It doesn't matter what. So she had other plans, obviously, for me and for my young brother.
Which was?
And like for me, I was doing marketing. So she wanted to see me pursue that further, go further into that. But I figured, okay, can I try this? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not getting anything. And she wasn't really supportive in the beginning, you know. For those
that don't know, how hard is it to kuchoka mnyumba wapwenda ku Lusaka? Because, you know, Lusaka was a jungle. Everyone else that has come here, if you agree to this, Siki was here, Siki was here, we've had
even Kings Malembe, Dandy Crazy.
All these people will tell us Lusaka was a jungle back in the day. You couldn't you could come, but I mean, no one's out here looking out for you. That's what I'm saying. So for me, to you, it's a question of leaving home. I mean, your mom was a teacher, so obviously, because there was stability, was there go for 3-4 meals, and all of that. But leaving home and coming to Lusaka, another jungle.
Yeah. I think I was not even looking at all those hurdles. You know, when you've got a mission, when you're on a mission, there's nothing that will stand in your way. There's nothing. You know, when you want to do something and achieve it, you go out there and get it. You know, by whatever means. Yeah. So it was one of those scenarios. You come into an industry that has got all these big names. There's your George Chivangus, there's your MC Wabunos, there's your Danny there, there's your Nasty D there, there's your Chameleon there. You know what I'm saying? And you're coming through. Yeah, I didn't do a 9 your food. Do you know where they have to ask your name twice? You know what I mean? They have to ask your name twice again. You know, but you come through and your confidence is going to get you by. And especially, you know, when you can only be that confident when you know what you possess.
Okay.
So after Mwansa Kusaka, after Shwana Kashiwa Kusuminisha, but you still went on, like some of us stubborn.
Exactly.
But if also Mwalumblama artist or Nangula Tamulumbile, who welcomed you more entertainment? Like oh Mwaliko Fena in ta. Twale pushing up once because so cute salon do that. Twale pushing up not Biflo and stuff like that. She Mwaliko artist or Mwale or Mwana close or Mwale pushing and music. Kaiditans Sling Beats, and Sling Beats had my artist family called Chameleon, Kanji, there was Tattoo, there was Ramova, there was Chatu, Tommy D, Casman, Christo Sean, you know, there were a number of us there. There's one bit. So it's like you find a team, a family already there, and you just join in and go with the vibe. You know what I mean? You try and vibe with the guys, learn the game, see what's happening. And so we were moving together, and that's why I think if you remember, most of the songs that Yenzo Choka Kusling Beats, you will hear where there's Hamova, there's Ozzy. You know, Nzamuli, Ndani, Muliu, you know, Kanji and Ozzy. Collaborations like that, because there was like a number of us in the same label. You didn't have to start studio hopping to find an artist to collaborate with, because it's like we had a pool of
everybody. Okay. Chameleon was here. And we asked him why Sling Beats became tough for him to stay in.
Okay.
And reason yake nze, not exact words, but I'll try to rephrase.
Yeah, trying to lie again.
No, I'm not lying, this is true.
That's a paraphrase.
I've tried to paraphrase this. Thank you, that's the word. He said, David, or Sling Beats, Charlie, sorry, got married. And then it's like the problem started becoming more, and he wanted to do things faster with him as Chameleon. And so he couldn't go that direction because it was just too fast. We were recording, he wanted to record albums, and then after that, and then we sell them, or we do a launch, and then all of those things just, he couldn't agree. What was your story? Because I know you were with Sling Beats, and then after that, you did an album with producer from the Copper Belt.
Ben Blazer.
Ben Blazer.
Yeah, Ben Blazer.
Tough album.
Yeah.
Beautiful album. Oh, guy. But let's talk about that. What was your reason for leaving Sling?
Well, truth be told, we couldn't agree on certain terms. And most of what we were supposed to get done was not getting done. And I think we couldn't agree on certain terms. I think time had just come. You know, we probably couldn't agree on certain things. And when it comes down to that, you're better off saying, you know what, it's been great.
BYE.
Let's continue. You do what you do best. I'll do what I do best as well. Yeah.
Who found who? Ben Blazer, or you found Ben Blazer?
Well, it was like a mutual meeting, you know. He reached out to me. Like, yo, this is Ben Blazer. You know, give me a call. I would like us to do something. Like, oh, okay, cool.
Okay. I think
this is my phone number. Right, I go back to him also, and you know, rest is history.
No, I mean I want to know the history because you're skipping me through. And then who traveled? You traveled
to the Copper Belt. Yeah, he actually, I think the very first time I met him, I had an event in Chingola, I think. So we're coming from Chingola, and then we stopped over in Kitwe. I was with Damiano then. Yeah, we went together with Damiano. So we stopped over in Kitwe, went to the studio. You know, I think it was a Sunday. Yeah, so checked out the studio, went to grab something to eat, you know, just to connect a little bit with about the and said, okay, let's touch the studio. And went to the studio and we recorded the song. You know what I mean? Just right there and then. He made a beat and I came up with a hook. I did the words.
Do you remember the title?
It's called Mwenina Konde.
Bobby used to say whenever a song doesn't make sense for Ben,
that with the bounce.
But I also want to know, man, a lot of people have said a lot of good things about Ben Blazer as a producer.
Yeah.
What's your side about
Ben Blazer? Ben Blazer is a perfectionist. You know, Ben Blazer is a good businessman. You know, he knows his thing. Yeah, he's somebody who, when you start working with him in the studio, he will give his side of what he thinks the song could come out, sound like. You know what I mean? So most of the senior artists or big artists, sometimes I've got a problem where you think you can't be told, you know, like, it's my record, man, like, I'm so and so, you know, like, recognize, you know, you can't tell me, you know what I mean, I've been doing this. So, but music is a chemistry, you know, it's a connection, it's the producer and the artist. You come together, and he'll probably hear something that you're not hearing. And like, yeah, really? Like, let's try it. And that's how he works. That's my experience with him. You know, and I don't think there's a song that we did where he was like, no, he shine, whatever. I don't think this no. You know, we would always like, there are songs where he's like, he still has records that we've never released that we recorded. Up to now. Yeah. There are records that we recorded on the Copper Belt here in Osaka that are still at his studio. You know? One day.
Effie has a holiday theory, which I feel like after that beautiful album, it was Ozzy on and off, but more off. What's a theory you say?
I didn't call it vacation.
So that's why I'm looking at her like
yeah, like Nepal one nalkwata obwafya na, especially imwe bakali sana because you've done music sana kale, then mwakwete sana passion, now it worked for you, number stable, then mwa ku holiday mwasanga maps nabanangwe nabaleta new wave and stuff like that. I have a problem with that. Nishi rengasana olopalobe, you speak for yourself. Why did you go per vacation knowing that
it was not a vacation?
It was. Why per vacation?
Let's go. Come on.
Knowing that
ukuishibati
music yabango mwana kashi consistent. Yabanga na mayo. Apana pom tuna go mwaiche na uri yako fyumbu. Ngakana okay, sitako tunde. So
oh my goodness.
It's a good question, but kind of trouble.
Yeah, it's okay.
we want
to Poseidon.
Of which I feel like you said that there was something in the song.
Yeah. I did. I've been doing music from like professionally from 2003. I've seen a lot of things. I've experienced a lot of things, and during that period, I've built General Ozzy. You know, from scratch, from nothing, and there's a certain space that General Ozzy holds in this music industry. You know, and my peers are people like Exile, Chameleon,
JK,
Danny.
You know
you know what I mean? That's like my era right there. You know, and sometimes certain respect that is accorded to certain artists from my class, from my era, is not accorded to General Ozzy. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes maybe I've not spoken about my achievements, things that have contributed to this industry. Yeah, so that's my story. But to answer your question, why was I on a break? Why on a vacation? Even if I do that, there's just that space that I've created for myself, which nobody can ever feel. You know, it's like a piece from a jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah.
Wait, so
you know what I mean?
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Even if you remove it today, it will still be missing. You can try and mimic and make another one, but it's an imitation. It's got some limitations.
Munte correct if you get wrong. Mukwasuka kwa mlandira ati class yenu ya bakaliko sana time yabena dan kaya shashaniko. You mean abantu tabakuchita sana appreciate as they appreciate abantu bambi. You
know, like right now, there's artists in this country from that circle, from that group, that people will not say anasida.
Oh yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So I was driving to a point.
Okay.
They will not say, oh, anasida.
They'll never say Danny anasida.
Yeah. I've never heard that statement. You know what I mean?
I agree.
But Danny has taken vacations.
I'd like to find a recording that says that. You know? Yeah. So there's that. And even when this person decides to do a song, it's them. They don't have to try and sound like nobody else or try and compete with, like you were saying, new wave or new age. I don't know. You know what I mean? You're not here to try and compete or prove yourself. Me, I've proven myself. I don't know how many times. You know what I mean? The very first time you heard Osalila, people said, okay, this is great. You know what I mean? After that, we gave you new Sanga plus so many other songs. I don't know, countless. You know, so even when people say Anasila, like Yonzima Nyimbo, you know what I mean? You can't say that.
Do you think Kusila is by the person and not by the masses? The reason why Nikamba so it really, because I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
And the analogy I'm using apparently the other people that they don't say Anasila is very surprising, because every now and then you pop up with, you know, I mean, at some point you did Chidugude, you know, at some point you did
Pamozi with Wezi,
yes,
you know, all those records.
So I think it's by the person. My question is, for you as an artist, how do you live through moments of Anasila?
Well, it's by doing music like this, songs like this, and you know, proving the masses wrong. You know, because going against the grain. You know, because there's certain people that will just say, no, we can't buy into that. Okay, there's people that will just not buy into the General Ozzy brand for reasons best known to themselves. But for me, it's about just proving them wrong. You know, like you go out there, you do a record, and they may have the power, but the masses will say, you know what, this is what we love. You know what I mean? Yeah, General Ozzy's back. You know what I mean? And it's just like that. Like, oh, have I proven it to you again? You know what I mean? Like, are you going to say the same thing again? Yeah.
Anyway, kulanda pa my emotions. Talking about emotions, since tulanda pa my emotions. Therefore, kupisha kwa ili show, because I've seen a certain family. Mwa baba and Toba, it's almost the same thing. For you and Roberto. We share quite a time watch them for like Abantu or you or somewhere, people comparing the two of you. And if yes, as a brother, how did you take that up?
People do that all the time.
People
want to pit you.
Roberto,
you know what I mean? Yeah, but it is what it is. You know, people will actually try and do that. Even with you here, I'm sure, even on this show, people will try and say, you know, between the two cats, you know what I mean? But deep down, you know what I mean? You're out here to just bring what you do best. He'll bring what he does best. And that's how we've been working. You know, it's just like that. That's why when we say it's a brotherhood, it's not just a phrase we just coined. It's for real. You know what I mean? We go out there and we work our butts off for real together. Like, oh, what do we need to do? No, we need to do that. We gotta get that. We gotta get this. Okay, the program you know, and that's how we've been running.
As we're closing now, album maybe,
EP maybe, featuring me maybe.
Don't even try.
You see?
No. Mfano no kulanda ndela ndechire. I don't say.
Zakufaka.
Kanala
Kai munduma new wave.
Ela boom.
I go with the new wave as well. You know what I mean? I love the new wave. Yeah.
It's dope.
Well, I'll tell you what. Where it is? Where? Lima kala kwa mavize dawi zina.
Very bad.
But anyways, it's not time for the news real quick. Yeah.
New album definitely coming through. I've got a number of songs that we are still recording, that we've recorded. International collaborations as well. So look out for that. Yeah, we got another one dropping real soon. Yeah.
Okay. Welcome, General Ozzy from the longer vacation.
He's back.